Then take a look inside a local music festival.
And later, the Cal Poly men's basketball begins practicing for the upcoming season.
Broadcasting from Swanson Studios, you're watching Mustang News.
Hello and welcome to Mustang News. I'm Spencer Judd.
And I'm Kenny Campbell. The Kennedy Library will be hosting the Native Past of the Central Coast exhibit Monday through Friday, October 13th. The Native Past exhibit is being held at the Community Center on the first floor of Kennedy Library. The exhibit is intended to teach the public about the history and ethnography of San Luis Obispo from 15,000 years ago to the present. Terry Jones, Social Sciences Department Chair, said that the project represents a collaboration between Cal Poly, Cayucos Historical Society, and local Chumash. It represents a brief format and up to the date of local archaeology and history, which is not currently available in any academic or public publicity sources. The goal of the project is to provide accurate information on the deep indigenous past of the local area.
The Women and Gender Studies Department is introducing a Queer Studies minor this fall. A launch party took place at the Kennedy Library atrium to celebrate the debut of the minor. Students and faculty gathered to listen to speakers, snack on refreshments, and provide support. The idea of implementing a queer minor study curriculum was first introduced by students in 2015. They found that 7 CSUs offered queer studies, so why not Cal Poly? A queer studies working group was formed to create learning objectives and a curriculum. Jane Lair, chair of the Women and Gender Studies Department, shares how the minor addresses lack of queer representation.
Faculty really owning that the gaps in our curriculum was contributing to the oppression of students on campus was both like a wow, right? Hard, but it also meant that we had an opportunity to change that.
The minor allows students to explore the central role of sexuality in human societies. To apply for the minor or get more information, visit the Queer Studies minor page.
Woods Humane Society did something a little different this past month to help find animals homes. Reporter Rachel Showalter has the story.
Woods Humane Society works all year long to ensure that countless companion animals are adopted out to loving families. But for some furry friends, finding a home can be difficult.
Adult cats tend to get overlooked because kittens are more of a priority for adopters. So we try to push adult cats as much as possible during kitten season too, because they're just as deserving to find homes as kittens are. We want to find everyone homes.
For the month of September, Woods offered waived adoption fees for adult cats. The Humane Society does this every year to encourage families to consider an older cat. The waived fee isn't meant to discourage mindfulness when adopting, but to act instead as an added bonus.
It wasn't like why I made the decision, but it definitely was like a deciding factor. Like, why not get a free cat and save that $80 on like caring for him? So it was important, and it helped me make the decision. But Buster's why I made the decision.
With the waived fee, Woods managed to rehome 122 cats. For Mustang News, I'm Rachel Showalter.
Woods says there are still plenty of animals in need of homes, and they are always doing adoptions.
If you're looking to get in the harvest mood, then Cambria Scarecrows definitely should. The Scarecrow Festival is hosting their 9th season of Scarecrows in the coastal communities of Harmony, Cambria, and San Simeon. Over 500 scarecrows are displayed in front of homes and stores and are free for the public to view. The festival started with a gala kickoff at the Cambria Nursery on October 5th. People who attended the event enjoyed live entertainment, local wines, and a silent auction.
Well, the Scarecrow Festival is a free event. You just drive up and down the streets or park, which is the best way, to park at different parts of Cambria and walk around and see them. It gets to be so hilarious because after a while, you'll be walking down the street and you'll look and you'll think, is that a scarecrow? And it might be a real person.
It's a good thing that the festival doesn't end until Halloween because you can still head out to Cambria to check out all the interesting characters.
Shabang hosted his 9th festival this past Saturday. Artists, vendors, and clubs took it as an opportunity to share their passions with the community.
Collaborative, we promote eating healthy, sustainable, locally sourced food. Eating a healthy, sustainable diet is good for yourself and good for a cause that's way greater than one person. And it's something that's applicable for anyone and
bigger than SLO too, you know?
Bigger than all of us.
I actually helped design the poster like a couple of years ago, so I met all the guys that put on Shabang, and yeah, kind of got the in. So we've been to like the last 3 of them. We use our art to raise money for positive social change projects. So a percentage of our sales this weekend are going to be supporting the people in Puerto Rico. I'm just trying to like connect with the people in SLO and like reach out to everybody and get the idea across that we can like do something good while we're having a good time. And I don't know, that's the whole idea of the collective, is just like get in touch with the community so we can start doing stuff locally and reach out for like projects that are farther beyond.
The event ended in success as the crowd, bands, and vendors came together to celebrate.
25 Under 25 is a new film festival coming to San Luis Obispo this spring. The event will be held in Palm Theater in San Luis Obispo on May 19th and 20th. It is open to all filmmakers under 25 years old who are making films under 25 minutes long. Submissions are open to all filmmakers, not just those from Cal Poly. Cal Poly student Michael Frank is the founder of 25 Under 25.
So I wanted to create a platform for young people, young filmmakers, to show their films to a larger audience, and to also create a community of young filmmakers that will make connections for years to come.
All of the filmmakers have to attend the event and will be staying in cabins at Avila Beach, where they can come together and share ideas. There have already been 15 submissions ranging from comedy to drama to anime. A judges panel made up of students, faculty, and community members will decide which 25 films are shown. The event has nonprofit status and is sponsored by Arts Obispo.
After the break, we have this week's weather. Be sure to stay tuned with us.
The thing about broadcast is it's not just on paper, so now you're actually seeing people's emotions and their reactions, and I think you just really learn a lot by being able to go face to face and also have a camera and capture those emotions. And broadcast is so fun, in my opinion, because you can take what you see and show it to your audience and show them exactly what you're witnessing or other people are witnessing at the moment.
They said a bottle was just a bottle. That no one would ever notice me. But I knew I could be more. That one day, I would make people smile.
Hello, welcome to another fresh edition of Poly Playbook.
We're serving up all the hot action, cool plays, and everything in between for Cal Poly Athletics.
I'm Connor McCarthy.
I'm Nate Edelman.
I'm Brian Strong.
Poly Playbook starts now.
Who do you think will win the Super Bowl this year?
I think the Patriots are going to win.
Hi, I'm Joe Schatz, and I'm here at Spanos Stadium.
I'm Megan Healy here at Staples Center.
Myself will be taking on Sierra Highland, best pitcher in Big West softball history. Let's see how this goes.
Tune in every week to Poly Playbook, right here on Mustang News.
Good afternoon, San Luis Obispo. Thank you for tuning back in with us here on Mustang News. I am Daniel Sanchez here with your weather. Now, we are off to a rather unusually warm start to fall here in San Luis Obispo. As you can see, the high of the day is 80 and the low is not too bad at 50. However, you won't feel quite all the warmth because you will also be feeling some winds averaging from 9 to 10 miles per hour. And as we move into the north counties, if I could get my clicker to work here, I'm sorry. There we go. You see that it does pick up in temperature as we get to Paso Robles. The high is topping out at 87 and 83 out here in Santa Margarita. And the lows of the day are pretty chilly, so it's great weather to grab a cup of cocoa, throw on your favorite Halloween movie. Gotta believe Halloween Town is my favorite, and I love watching that as a child with my grandma. And as we move into the South County, you're looking at a beautiful day here. Sunny and 75 out here in Santa Maria, 74 Arroyo Grande. These are all the highs. And as the night comes, the weather will drop. Not quite as cold as the North counties, but still cold enough to say hey, let's throw in a Halloween movie and get some hot chocolate. And as we move on into our 5-day forecast, you're looking at a pretty clear week. Not very many clouds. Monday and Tuesday are the highest with highs of 80, and it drops down to about 73 on Wednesday, and it'll pick right back up Thursday and Friday. And the lows also 40s, high 40s and low 50s. So that's all the weather we have for you today. Thanks for tuning in, and we're going to go to Haley with sports.
Thank you. Hello, I'm Haley Pride here with Mustang News Sports. Cal Poly had 7 games this past weekend. The men's soccer team lost both their games this weekend, 3-1 at UC Irvine and 1-0 against Cal State Northridge. The women's soccer team also lost 2 away games this weekend, 2-1 against UC Davis and 3-2 against Cal State Northridge. The swimming team and diving team had an inter-squad meet where the green team beat the gold team 140-139. The Cal Poly women's volleyball team won their 11th straight match, coming back from a 0-2 deficit against Hawaii to win 3-2. The Cal Poly football team lost their 6th straight game 20-14 against Southern Utah. The Cal Poly men's basketball team had their first week of official team practice. After going 11-20 overall and finishing 7th in the Big West Conference last season, guards Donovan Fields, Victor Joseph, and forward Luke Meikle are the Mustangs' 3 returning starters. Forward Josh Martin returned to the team as well after an injury forced him to redshirt last season. During the offseason, Cal Poly added 3 transfer students and signed 3 new freshmen. The backcourt duo of Donovan and Victor will be key to the Mustangs' success.
Donovan and Vic, I wouldn't trade them in the backcourt for anybody right now. They're so competitive, they're so quick, and they're so coachable. And that's a big 3.
Cal Poly fans can get their first look at the new team at the annual Green vs. Gold inter-squad matchup on Saturday, October 14th at 4:30 inside Ma Athletic Center. Thank you for listening to Mustang News Sports. We'll be back after a quick break.
You taught him how to hit a baseball, how to hit a receiver, the strike zone, the net. You taught him how to hit the upper corner. You even taught him how to hit the open man. But how much time have you spent teaching him what not to hit?
Hundreds participated in the annual City to Sea event this past weekend. Runners could choose to enter a 13.1-mile half marathon or a 5K race. Since 1995, City to Sea has been an opportunity to fundraise money for Cuesta College's track and field and cross-country teams. The race started in downtown San Luis Obispo and ran along the 101 highway, with a finish at the Dinosaur Caves in Shell Beach. Volunteers from local businesses, high schools, and Cal Poly Greek fraternities help with traffic control, aid, and hydration stations.
This race for me is a labor of love. I ran at Cal Poly. I was the head coach at Cuesta for track and cross country, and I believe in Cuesta and the good it does for the community, and I want to support this effort by helping as being the race director.
This is the 22nd annual event and has definitely established a strong foot in this community. Janny Johnson envisions a long and progressive future for this fundraising event.
Last Tuesday, Kyle Salazar screened his documentary, The Vervet Forest. The documentary is about 5 orphan baby monkeys and how human impact has damaged the ecosystem of South Africa. The orphan monkeys are taken care of by volunteers at the Vervet Monkey Foundation until they're ready to get adopted by new mothers.
I just want people to open their eyes a little bit more to the impact that they have on the world, to see that even though you make choices from your own home, you can have an effect on places that you never thought you were having an effect on people, on animals that you never thought you were having an effect on.
This is his first documentary, and it was bought by National Geographic. Salazar is going back to South Africa October 10th to continue on a television series about the Vervet monkeys.
So,
that is all the time we have for today. Thanks for joining us for Mustang News. Remember to stay with